Okay, guys, I am back. Yeah. Yo, man, I had this crazy dream. Oh, not extras, sorry. Man, I had sex with this girl, and the only reason she had sex with me is in order to become a witch. It was part of initiation, and after we slept, she just started like throwing spells out there. Like, damn, it was like some weird ass dream. Illusions for people. I think that's where I left off. And I became a wizard after that too. It was awesome. When I woke up for like 5 hours, I realized that I wasn't a wizard and I was depressed and like, whatever. Anyway, Act 4. Wait, there should be Act 4. Anyway, I'm making it time for class, though not in time for breakfast. The classroom is bathing in the gentle light of the sun. This means that it's going to be intolerably hot in the afternoon. For now, though, it's pleasant. I look at Misha and Shai, animated discussion about whatever. Hanako staring out the classroom window, Mewtwo stumbling into the classroom 4 minutes late and with no recollection of what he's supposed to be teaching today. I could never imagine dropping out of school just like that, even if it's only for a few weeks. On the other hand, Rin doesn't seem to have a problem with the idea, or going through with it. Then again, somehow I got caught along in her sane isolation, even if we ended up hurting each other. Or did we? Maybe only I got hurt. It takes me until late in the afternoon to realize that today is Monday. The art club meets today. Not just that, due to the exams, this will be our last art club meeting before the summer vacation. Without Ren, it feels pretty pointless to go there, but I want to talk with the teacher. The meeting itself isn't noteworthy, just as my skills with watercolors are not worth mentioning. Shin tries to encourage and advise me without sounding too condescending, but he isn't doing a very good job of it. If nothing else, joining the art club has taught me that I like art. It would be nice if I could actually try and make some art in the art club, though. After the fruits of everyone's labor has been piled up into a neat stack on the teacher's desk, he clears his throat to give a little speech. That's it for this trimester, everyone. His voice is pretty loud and way too enthusiastic for it to be genuine. The next meeting is after summer vacation, on the morning of the first week of next term. Hope to see everyone there again. Have a nice vacation, everyone. Everyone wishes him a nice vacation back as they file out the door. I stay behind waiting until the two of us are alone. It's almost dinner time, so I don't have to wait long. Shin is looking through the paintings, some of which are actually pretty nice. Rin might outclass everyone in the art club, but she's the only one with talent. Excuse me, teacher? What is it, Nakai? He raises his eyebrows questioningly, smiling widely. It's about Rin. Oh, is something wrong with Tazaki? No, but I hesitate for a split second, not certain how to say what I want to say, giving Shin enough time to start blabbering by himself. I saw her a few days ago when I was passing by at Sai's gallery. She said she's got 1 or 2 more paintings done for the exhibition. I was quite pleased. She's a surprisingly hard worker. I always thought she was a bit lazy, doing what she wants instead of the assignments. He seems to notice my anxiety and realizes he's digressing, shutting up before finishing the thought. Ah, but you had something to talk about. What is it? I don't know. She feels detached from everything, as if she can't think of anything but the exhibition. Exhibit. Whatever. Well, isn't that good? She is focused on her paintings as she should be. Yeah, but this is different. It's like she's obsessed. I went to see her and... Have you been bothering her? He cuts in before I finish saying what I want to say, instantly looking quite irritated. No, I don't think so. I'm just concerned because she stopped coming to school completely. She feels strange too. Stranger than usual at the very least. Humbug! This is more important for her than some lousy math class or physics, or whatever. This is exactly why the school is so flexible, to give students a chance to fulfill themselves. Tazaki is a painter, so she should paint, no? And have an exhibition. That's what artists do. She should be allowed to concentrate on that, not those other frivolous classes. She should be encouraged. If you think about it, it's really quite obvious. His counter-arguments are not very convincing, but I'm having a hard time trying to make any kind of rebuttal. My grudging silence is interpreted as assent, and Shin turns to shuffle the stack of turn assignments on his desk like a deck of cards. I have to say, while we're talking about Tazaki's exhibition, I'm very excited to see how it turns out. She's still so young, and yet has such wonderful skills and style. He's talking to the air to relax the mood that's got a bit too negative. I take it that you'll be attending. Yeah, I guess so. Well, we'll meet there next. I take that as my cue to leave, and I do, although I'm not happy about it. My message didn't get through, to say the least. Also, I raised the music so you guys can hear a bit better. I know it's kind of late, but I did it even more because I thought, it's really good music. The day after that, all the missed opportunities and things I could have said come crashing down on me. There's nothing left to do afterwards but brood. Second day, I can feel anxious. I start doubting my doubt and it feels stupid, especially since I still can't think about anything else than Ren. Third day, Japanese exam and world history exam. Great. The thing I hate most about her is that she can make me feel this awful even though I should be focusing on entirely different stuff right now. Fourth day, math exam. We have a math exam. It goes how it goes. I don't care. Windows Movie Maker transition. Fifth day, Shin asked me again if I will attend the exhibition opening. I can't say no to him even though I seriously want to. I just don't want to discuss with him anything Rin related, so it's just better to take the path of least resistance. On the sixth day, the day before the exhibit opening, I find Rin standing in the hallway in front of my room when I return to the dorms after dinner. What are you doing here? My tone is angrier than I intended. I'm a little disappointed that I was unable to restrain myself, but it can't be helped. Rin just stands there like she just happened to coincidentally be standing around here where she has no business being. The way she reacts so coolly to everything annoys me now. This is not good. It's been 6 days and the sight of her has me boiling. She hasn't even opened her mouth yet. Finished painting. Shouldn't you be at the gallery preparing? They said no. I guess the gallery owner does that part then. Getting the paintings framed, hung on the walls and whatnot. So why are you here? Felt like it. The same old stupid pattern emerges again. Me asking her questions to which she replies with answers that don't answer anything. Because it's the only way we can converse. Apart from me listening to her blabbering about whatever, which isn't really a conversation. Is this a play? Are there some unseen rules that we have unknowingly set ourselves into, dictating the rules of engagement whenever we see each other, inevitably leading to us hurting each other? Her nonchalant answers accompanied by even more nonchalant shrugs leave me none the wiser. I guess I should be happy that the exhibition preparations are complete. When I walk to my room, I hear the footsteps following me in. I didn't invite her in, but I won't ask her to leave. She claims my bed without permission, making me wish that I had taken the time to make it before I left this morning. It looks fine to me. Vin stands up again as though she sat on hot coal. I half lean against a single corner of my desktop that hasn't cluttered with stuff to rest my legs at least a little bit. Rin spends a few moments glancing curiously around my room. It makes me realize that she's never seen it before. For a moment, she actually looks like she's concentrating, trying to get everything. This must be an eye for detail that makes her an artist. Since the room is small, she quickly runs out of things to look at, but nothing else transpires, allowing the uncomfortable silence to take over the atmosphere. The mood is chilly to say the least, and both of us are on guard, waiting for the other to make the first move. Of course, Rin could play this game forever, so it has to be me. So, I give up because she never tried to open conversation, and because it seems that she wants to say something, and I want to get over with. Why else would she be here if she didn't want to talk? I don't know what to say myself. I want to be angry, but I can't bring myself to yell at her or anything. My voice catches her attention, and she tries to search for words as well, but it seems that she's not entirely certain as to why she's here either. And so Rin simply takes a few steps to close the distance between us, and rises on the tip of her toes to even out the height difference. It was a bad idea. Maybe you should forget about it, and I will too. It's a reflex, and almost as an afternoon thought, the words no, yes, and maybe simultaneously surface into my mind. My hand is between her lips and mine. A wall that I've raised to guard against something. Her breath feels warm against my fingers. The scent of her skin lingers about. The mysterious and incredible sensation that captures me and draws my eyes deeper into hers. The look in her eyes is surprised, critical as to why the impotent hand prevented her advances. Her eyes are really big and glistening with moisture, and staring right into my own with a soft gaze that I'm having a hard time to match. Rin's half-open mouth makes her look even more confused. Over the central way, her lips are arching and signaling something completely different. Please? I need you. The words come from my throat as a coarse whisper meant only for me, bypassing her tongue and teeth without giving them any chance to interrupt. They sobered me in an instant, and I clumsily flinched back to get a little bit of distance between us, painfully scraping against my desk in the process. Maybe it's her choice of words, maybe the way she says it, but something in it puts me off. Something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong as I get a message on my phone. Everyone's playing Dying Light, man. I ain't gonna play that game. Shit. Need me for what? All the unpleasant feelings emerge again, and I feel my heartbeat suddenly increasing, at least tenfold. Rin's eyes go out of focus and back again as her body relaxes from its tense state, and she stands upright again. I don't think I was thinking about anything. Why do you drop patterns in that dust on your night table? There's a word for that kind of thing, but I can't remember. Her remark almost throws me off the track, and I glance over her shoulder at the small table next to my bed, but I can't see anything from this distance. So she needs me for nothing specific? Just happened to come by because she thought I'd be glad to see her after she shut me out. No complaints accepted for a week. Completely altruistic motives. Felt like it. Bullshit. I can answer myself. To play mind games with whenever you want. To kiss me whenever you want. To ignore whatever you want. To fulfill your whims whenever you want. Is that it? What you need me for? My voice is sounding very angry again, even to myself. Good. Rin too finally catches the mood, and her curious expression changes instantly to something more uncharacteristic. No. She leaves it at that, her eyes restlessly wandering around, searching the room as if the words she tries to find were written in the tapestries of my walls. Then what? I needed to paint. Paint? Of course, that's what artists do. The words reverberate through my being, beating up my blood over the piercing whistle of my anger. Don't give me that, Rin. I'm not some damn muse of yours, for you to play with for the sake of painting. Oh, by the way, I'm trying to be angry here, but I'm not really angry in real life, so... Yeah, this is as close as anger as you're gonna get me without yelling. I'm not some medium for whatever you aspire to. I am me. So if I don't know anything about my future, there's things I want and things I care about, even if I can dream of things other than nightmares. I'm yelling, but I'm way past the point of caring about things like that. Rin looks down at her toes and wiggles them a little. That what again? Well, she takes in my outburst without saying anything to defend herself. Only after I finish does she try to respond somehow. I can't do anything else. Or I can do all sorts of things, but I can't do. It's the only thing I sort of do properly, most of the time. I understand completely. Art first, everything else second or thousandth. What about me? Am I nothing? When I was interested in art, did that make you feel like I was a little interesting for a little while? Tell me. I really want to know. Did you ever think about my perspective, or was it just all you? Wow, I feel like an asshole right now. Damn it, Hasao! The words rise like bile in my throat. She looks alarmed, and almost completely uncomprehending, as if she just doesn't understand what I'm angry about. I can't believe she could be so stupid. I didn't want to. This time it's Rin who interrupts herself in mid-sentence. Don't you understand? I can't. Can't what? You never explain. How am I supposed to understand anything if you never say anything? Why don't you ever talk? Say something! Oh, man, I feel like an asshole. Damn it! But she doesn't. Venting my anger at her feels satisfying. It feels wrong to take so much satisfaction in it, but I can't stop. Not wanting to face my anger head on, Rin turns around to steadfastly look out of my window, even though there's nothing to look at. The rest of my eye are gone. I shut up as I can make bother to keep on yelling at the back of her head, so silence finally returns. I try to discern some hints of her reaction through my disordered vision. Adrenaline, I don't even know how to say adrenaline. My feedback was not the best kind, but I hope Rin gets the clue that she can't just ignore everyone else when she feels like it. I hate it even if she didn't. She never even listens to anything. She's so unaffected by the world around her. Not this time, it seems. Her body is shaking like from holding back tears, but I already know that Rin is not crying. Her indifference has made me furious. Now that it's gone, I'm lost. I wonder, did I go too far? Yeah, you did. Look, Go away. Go away, Hasao. Her voice is tiny and tight as she says this, but I hear words clear as day. What is there more to say? This is my room. You know, me, I would have left. I would have left and let her have my room, because she would have left eventually. Well, maybe she wouldn't. She's Rin, damn it. The blunt, hollow remark is a fitting conclusion for this unpleasant discussion that became even more unpleasant, very one-sided yelling match. After a moment of collecting herself, Rin just gives up. I can see from the way she slumps her shoulders and walks out. Even though she deliberately looks to the other direction, I can see how she's biting the corner of her lip so hard it might start bleeding if she won't stop. As she makes her exit, I realize that she left the door open when she came in, and my yelling might have echoed around the dorm hallways. I sigh. Now that she's gone, I'm left alone with my guilt. As the thumping in my chest slowly subdues and anxiety replaces it, somehow I felt that none of this would have happened if not for me. No matter how infuriating, unbearable, and outrageous Rin is, she is not the Rin I thought I knew. The Rin that I expected Rin to be. Was it me who caused all this by talking Rin into her chances with the exhibition? Am I directly responsible for Rin becoming like she has been for the past few weeks? I can't think of any other explanation for her weird behavior in the exhibition and all the things that came along with it. Maybe it was the only way that could have brought us closer, but all it did was separate us further away from each other, and now beyond the reach of either of us. I bang my head hard against the wall, testing the structure. It is really hard. A headache is relentlessly thumping about against the back of my head as I push open the door of the 22nd corner. Apart from that, I'm perfectly calm. After venting on Rin and all that anger that had bottled inside, it felt like a great weight had been lifted from my heart. The tension that had grasped my mind for the past few weeks faded away without leaving even a shadow behind. In this nearly zen-like state of enlightenment, I realized that perhaps it was a bad idea to yell at her like that. You think? I really meant it, but what could just blowing up like that do? Nothing. I am not like that. I don't normally yell at people. I don't know what I did yesterday. Exactly. I mean, you just build it up. You build it up like me. I mean, you just let it out on the one person who didn't deserve it. That's what I do. And you wonder why I just yell at the cashier for getting my fucking order wrong. So I keep feeling really guilty about it and wanting to take my words back. Rin is probably upset too, even more than my own behavior. Her reaction shocked me. I always thought of her as unchanging, detached from her surroundings, so that seeing my yelling got her so upset felt out of place. I wonder if she understands how I feel. In Rin's world, everything seems to be so absolute and subjective. Absolutely subjective, as if she was completely unable to see things from other points of view than her own. But ultimately, is anyone able to do that? Maybe objectivity and altruism are just illusions for people who like to think of themselves as compassionate. Just like art is an illusion for people who think reality is merely a veil for something greater. Even when you stop thinking that the world revolves around you, or start thinking outside of the mythical box, you are inside another, a bigger box that you can't escape. Maybe that ultimately makes her like the rest of us.